Hi everyone, Mark McCurry with the Douglas Hills Church of Christ. This is a Minute with the Word. If you live long enough, you'll begin to realize at some point you can't please everybody. There are always going to be some people who don't like you, who don't approve of you. They don't think that you're doing what you need to do. That's going to happen in life. There are going to be people who think you're too conservative. There are going to be people who think you're too liberal. You realize even the Apostle Paul had his own detractors? In 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 10, the Apostle Paul spoke of such. He said, "For his letters, they say, are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible." If people can be critical of the Apostle Paul, they'll be critical of you and me. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone says about us. What matters is what one thinks of us, and that is God. What is his estimation of our life? The Apostle Paul goes on in chapter 10, verse 17 to say, "But he who glories, let him glory in the Lord. For not he who commends himself is approved, but whom the Lord commends." If at the end of our life and our daily activities, God is pleased, that's all that matters. Well, you ask, well, how do I know if God is pleased? Well, Paul said this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, inasmuch as you know your labor is not in vain in the Lord." When you and I are serving him, putting him first in our life, seeking to obey him, seeking to please him with our every activity, governing our life by his will, through Jesus Christ his Son, we can live knowing that he is pleased with us. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if someone thinks you're too soft or too hard, as long as God thinks you're just right because of his Son Jesus Christ. That's this week's Minute with the Word. Thanks for listening.